What's up, everybody? I'm Mr. Terry, a high school history teacher. Welcome back to another History Teacher Reacts video. All right, today's video is one that has been recommended to me probably more than anything recently. And it's from a small channel I've never heard of. But again, when stuff gets suggested to me as many times as this one has been, I can't ignore you guys. So this video is titled Ruining World War II with Bad Translations. Now, the channel is StarvHarv, and this is a small channel. At the time I'm recording this, it's just on the peak of 29,000 subscribers. So let's help get that way up if we're going to enjoy this video. And it looks like the algorithm is already eating it up because in 9 days, got over 300,000 views, which is incredible for a smaller channel like this. Okay, of course, the video link is going to be down below. Make sure you're supporting that. All right, I'm excited to check this out. Let's get started. All right, let's see how bad World War II can be ruined with bad translations. So we'll see, maybe the news articles, something like that. Let's find out.
I took Wikipedia's timeline of World War II and ran it through Google Translate using languages with the worst translation quality. This is the result.
That's a great idea. That's hilarious. That's a hilarious idea. So we all know, if any of you have ever taken a foreign language before and you try to do the direct, like, you know, Google Translate process, it doesn't work out very good, and your teachers can pick that up.
September 1st, German forces attack Polish forces at Danger Sea in the Baltic, but the attack failed. In Poland, the army was unable to attack several targets at once.
Okay, wait. Okay, how fast is this gonna go as far as like bad titles? So the Germans attacked at the Danger Sea in the Baltic. Okay.
Failed. In Poland, the army was unable to attack several targets at once, including the village of Wiruto.
Oh my God. Okay. This is 20 minutes. I don't know how I'm gonna make so many comments. They're happening so fast.
Several targets.
Okay,
at once,
so they
including the village.
The Germans actually raided some weeb village. Okay.
Of Wiruto. The state of Israel fell to Germany. The Sino-Japanese War of 18...
That didn't happen. That didn't happen either. It wasn't a state yet. Okay, that's after the war. Okay, all right. The Sino-Japanese War of 1894 to 1895. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was a war, but has nothing to do with World War II.
1894 to 1895 was a 3-year war between the People's Republic of China and the government of Japan.
It was not the People's Republic of Japan. Okay. Still Qing Dynasty.
Denmark, Estonia, Finland, Latvia, Norway, Romania, and Sweden soon declared their independence.
From who?
They were already independent. They just wanted to let you know. The Swiss parliament ordered the army to close the schools. Why? The next day.
Don't know if that happened. My grandfather is Swiss. He was of that age. He had just basically graduated high school. He was, yeah. So I don't think that happened.
The British and the French governments sent him to Germany. At 3 in the morning.
Just him.
Neville Henderson.
Oh, good old Neville. Prime Minister Neville Henderson.
British ambassador to Berlin.
British ambassador to Berlin? No. He's a prime minister.
Decided to go to Germany. He wasn't there before. He just decided, you know what?
This might be the
right time. A few hours after the start of the British war in Athens.
The war was fought in Athens, but I mean, there was fighting there.
Parentheses, Germany. Canada flew to Glasgow, 400 kilometers from Ireland, in Montreal. What? The Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe announced the independence of Europe.
He's way off. He just died. Clap
September
it up,
8th, President Roosevelt was impeached.
No, he was not.
Countries with low capacity increase military spending. The number of US troops in Korea will increase.
In the 50s.
September 13, a large asteroid explodes near Casablanca. 125 passengers were lost in Mauritania. Karl Donitz lifted the military ban on radio attacks.
Oh, God.
On Allied small ships.
Donitz, okay, German military leader, lifts the ban. He will now allow the Allies, because the Germans, I guess, had banned the ships. He told the enemy he couldn't use them, and then I guess he allowed that back. What a nice guy. What a nice guy.
September 26th, the Luftwaffe conquers Scotland. October 20th, the
Didn't
Ghost
happen?
War. French soldiers
okay.
live in trenches and tunnels along the Maginot Line.
Kinda.
November 1st, Germany occupied most of Poland, including Danzig and the Soviet Union.
Oh, Germany occupied most of Poland, including Danzig and the Soviet Union. Well, I mean, they did occupy some of it for a while.
Poland
I mean,
invaded Ukraine and eastern Belarus. Even though they've just been occupied, they're still striking back.
The Germans invaded from there. Should I just play devil's advocate for all this, for the translations? Would that be a good take? I don't know what take to make on this.
I can respect that. The 17th of November, the IRA attacked London. December 31st,
Be the Irish.
German propaganda minister Joseph Goebbels reports the events of 1939 on Nazi radio. This year has been tough. You have to be ready. You listen to Nazi radio at all?
Okay, so man, holy cow! I mean, from September to to December, you have like 3 months. This is a whole new World War II that I'm aware of. I have been indoctrinated with false information. I have to scrub everything I know, all of my lessons. I feel like I gotta start over.
January. Eat salami and bravely declare war on Finland.
You know what? Why not, right?
All Soviet forces were destroyed, many of them armed. On the 15th of February, my wife was captured by the Soviet army.
His wife was captured. What are they, the Mongols? When they would just like all the Mongol tribes, that was what you did. You stole each other's like mothers and wives. You'd steal them back and forth. That's just what you did back then.
My wife.
March
11th,
Right.
British food. March.
Yeah, not
day
really. Can you
13.
call it food? Can you call British food food? All right, I'll go ahead and play the running joke. How do you conquer a fourth of the world and still have bad food? How are you still not using spices yet? You had a monopoly on the global spice trade. You conquered India. You learned nothing, Britain.
Wang Jingwei runs a robot empire in Nanjing.
Okay, see, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. First off, the Japanese would not have been able to take over Nanjing and done all the horrible things that they did there. But it'd be a robot empire. Literally, we've got
Elephant and turned into a pillow.
oh,
Okay. Also
want an
on day
elephant
30,
pillow.
British spy planes target Soviet targets in Pike's Supply. Sydney Cotton, high quality holograms available.
Sweet.
They had to sneak a little advert in there. May 13th, he founded London in Belgium.
He founded London in Belgium. We got London too. It was so great they had to make a sequel. They erased Brussels and just went new city.
People pray and cry.
That's true.
June 4th, we will never stop fighting on Earth, said Winston Churchill.
But if this thing goes to the moon, no way.
In space, maybe. June 20th, the French love Italian clothes. They do. And then on June 24th, just French and Italian clothes. June 28th, General de Gaulle is recognized as the leader of the British government.
So the French leader was recognized as the British leader. You know what we should do? You know what we should do with this too is like think about what do you think the translator was, the translation program, algorithm, whatever, was trying to think. Like, okay, de Gaulle does leave. He leaves France and tries to basically rule in exile in Britain. But like, is that what they were trying to say and it got lost in translation? Some of the stuff just says like just weird, made up. But like, could we replace some of the words in some of these translations and then still have, and then it would make sense. Some of them, it seems like maybe you could, and then maybe not.
July 4th, Italy won the silver medal. Well done. August, when the war between Germany...
Not in war. Definitely not in war, that's for sure.
And fascism began. Immigrants live in their underwear in Luxembourg. August 11th to the 15th. Battle of Tagankan in Somalia during the British invasion of Italy.
British invasion of Italy in Africa. Okay, the Italians did invade into Ethiopia, and they were fought in other places. I guess that's what they were trying to mean.
Cannot visit the British
Well,
royal
they're at
family.
war.
And
Like,
don't
what are you
you
gonna
dare try. August 22nd, German
Dover?
guns captured Dover and lay siege to the sea.
No, but
What? I can't believe this has happened.
they lay siege to the sea. They pull a was it the Romans who just like start attacking the ocean because Neptune.
The guns themselves actually did it, not the people. The 31st of August, British soldiers attack planes. A London factory was crashed into the radar. I can't believe this.
They got
Also, August
flying
31st,
factories.
2 tall ships landed on the shores of Belgium.
They're very
Sure
tall.
is sick. Oh no. How could this happen?
He does suck, though.
September
Come on.
2nd, destruction
Sure.
of rocks. My aunt bought me a plane for 50 cents. What?
What could that possibly have been a headline for something World War II related? That's one of those translations I cannot see where they were going.
He prevented Hitler from invading
Dude,
Britain.
I love this he guy. Who is this? Who is the most accurate person we can attribute to being he? He's him. Who is him back then?
October
know down below.
15th, Mussolini and his allies decided against Greece.
Well, they did fight the
also,
Greeks.
October 16th, Project America's debut album.
Yeah! America! Okay, I need that album. Is that on Spotify?
He was in Central Africa after fighting in Great Britain
Yo,
and
it's
France
he
during
again.
the Christmas War. 14th of November, the magic of the night is in full swing in Coventry, as the
Coventry,
city
yeah,
centre
right.
is completely destroyed. Day 15, the Soviet Union joins the Big Three. British
Kinda. Oh, I mean, they became the big three, or whatever.
thieves, surrounded by rubbish, break into a shop in Warsaw. What? December 29th, German troops attack London. Church of St.
Well, I mean, the Blitz. St. Paul's Cathedral got
Maria Pauli. Who? Hey, Pauli!
They actually tacked around. It was like one of the cool things is like London was in ashes, but St. Paul's kind of stood. There's that cool picture. If you ever seen that with the smoke all around it, but like it's intact. I actually have it in my classroom. It's pretty cool.
With the fucking gabagool.
The gabagool.
January 2nd,
All right.
England won. GG. I am working.
won.
Some people are sent to help Germany and Greece in World War II.
Some people are sent to help Germany and Greece. Yeah, not
Joins
really.
Pablo in Yugoslavia. The
Pablo!
shaft is ready. The shaft is ready, honey. X. April 12th, leave Yugoslavia and Belgrade. Pepe
That was just a command.
beats the German Republic in the war. I got some sad
Pepe
news.
defeated
The
him?
British troops in Africa broke up. April 27th, Athens falls to Germany. Helen agreed. Day 30, after weight
Helen?
loss, Vizier Rommel ordered a halt on the attack
Vizier Rommel.
of Tobruk. Stop scanning immediately.
We need to start calling him that. Not Irwin or General or anything like that. Vizier. That's a term the Turks used to use for a very high-ranking official and advisor in a lot of ways.
I got some
Him?
new updates on he. June 1st, he led an army to Crete
Yeah,
and
dude,
established a kingdom there. He has a British uniform. He law. June
man,
20th,
the
the
goat.
United States Air Force is known as the United States Air Force.
True.
Thanks for the update.
Not wrong.
June 22nd, Germany launches Operation Barbarossa 3.
There was a
Third time lucky.
3? I didn't even know there was a 2. They failed the first one. They come back for a second, and I guess fail, and then 3 goes down. Dang it, I'm missing so much in history. How did 3 go?
June 25th, Soviet forces bombed Helsinki. Finland declared war on Finland and the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
They've had enough. July 5th, the
It's a murder-suicide, I guess. Gosh.
British government discussed the possibility of an alliance with Nazi Germany. Excuse me, what? August
They're
22nd,
just
German troops
possible.
attack Leningrad. Cleaning will continue. October 1st,
It did
chaos
get
at Hogwarts.
messed up. Oh, what the? There is no way there was a Hogwarts translation. In Vilnius? Okay, someone get on that in the
Vilnius.
comments.
You know what was going on at Hogwarts during World War II? November 24th, the United States asked France not to sign the binding treaty, undoubtedly. Battle of Moscow.
Keep
German
fighting?
forces surrendered near Moscow in East Africa. December 3rd, when we lift up
Oh, no wonder they surrendered. They were in the wrong place. They were in the wrong continent.
and support women, we must not ignore women. Thank you.
True.
The 7th of December,
What happened in
Japan
Hawaii?
attacks the port of Baka and declares war on the United States.
Okay, Baka, Pearl Harbor. I could see that.
The 9th of December, China declared war on Japan, regardless of the war.
Okay.
China also declared war
That war started about almost 10 years before that.
on Germany and Italy. Australia declared war on Japan. South Africa declared war on Japan. Japan declared war on Japan. Japan just wanted in on it. So you know what? Me
Okay.
too, bro. December 15th, 2 British ships are attacked by Italian pirates. January 7th.
Wow.
After the Germans had advanced 150 miles to Moscow, the Soviets began to winter.
Oh, man.
Barbarossa is a failed opera.
See, winter's a choice, you guys, and the Russians choose it a lot.
January 28th.
The greatest
Brazil
weapon.
breaks diplomatic relations with the most important countries. Refuses to elaborate further. February 9th.
They don't need
This is
to.
the first
None of
time
your
that
business.
the US military leaders have met for a military plan.
Yeah.
I have no idea what they were doing before that.
Well, oh, it's 42. Okay, so, I mean, you got to start talking about D-Day and stuff, I guess.
They were just winging it. March 17th. England is a country of electricity. It has no coal or natural gas plant.
None. They basically invented coal. And I mean that jokingly. But by starting the Industrial Revolution, the incredible amounts of coal that is in England and its proximity very close to the surface made them the early industrial giant. It could not be more wrong.
It's just a country that makes electricity naturally.
Yeah,
April
it just
5th,
comes
Cologne's Air Force exploded.
Cologne
They just
Air
did that. It just did it.
No!
Day 18,
Cologne.
Dr. Doolittle arrived in Nagoya,
Hey,
Tokyo.
Eddie
Make
Murphy.
your daily commute more comfortable.
I agree.
Why is this giving me like life advice now?
It's
also,
just
the
keep
one
calm
below
and
it,
carry
the
on,
sun
okay?
is stronger at night. Now, I'm not
It's-
sure it is, but I'll trust you on this one. April 29th, put the gun down and go.
Okay.
See, Norwich and York.
Is that what they're saying Norwich and York did?
Turn
They're
off
up
the
further
laser.
north, though.
Adolf Hitler invited Benito Mussolini and Galeazzo Ciano to the Salzburg Congress.
It was just a
It's a
party.
small thing, but try
a
not
Chuck
to
E.
go to
Cheese there.
court and look like Hitler.
A small thing, but try not to go to court. And look like Hitler. I mean, you can't. Yeah, don't ever do that. You will lose your court case. I don't care what the evidence is.
If you're going to go to court, at least try not to look like Hitler. Italy sent troops to the east. Hitler won, and Mussolini agreed to send 7 more troops.
Yeah, that's all they had left. That's all they had left.
7 more. The strongest Italian division.
Yeah.
It's just 7 blokes. Ronaldo was ready to play again.
Ronaldo.
The
I did not know he
16th of
played in
May,
World War
when
II.
Adolf Hitler protesting against the kissing
He's
ban.
all about the
Paul
PDA, all
removed
right.
his leg. What is going on over in Germany? Who's Paul? Why has he just got a removable leg? July 2nd.
Lost
Church
it.
planting
Nom.
is an inside job. That's my conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Where'd those
August
plans
3rd,
come from?
Soldiers and ships destroyed the kingdom of
where,
Malta.
where are the Brits going to go on vacation?
So August 15th, Al Qaeda operation in Malta. What is going on in Malta?
Okay. Yeah. We'll move on.
That's okay.
Malta has a very interesting history of different groups.
It's been destroyed,
into
and
it.
now Al Qaeda here. August 31st, General Luxemburg's military actions in early 1942 were laughable. September 18th, Germany wins the Battle of Stalingrad in the evening.
No. It was the turning point of the war, basically, for them. So, revisionist history. Sorry, lost cause is basically now part of German culture.
Volga's enemies began to receive guests. The 28th of September,
The river?
Guinea
The Volga
invades
River?
Japan. Eagle commander, parentheses, medical illness, was transferred to the United
that go?
States Air Force.
What happened? Is that why we didn't hear about it? Because they were never heard from again.
Summoned the whole country and announced an attack on Stalingrad. Didn't they just win it? They just won, and he's like, you know what? We're going back in. October 31st, the British
Halloween?
entered the lake west of El Alamein. Comrade
Okay.
Rommel raises his hand. He's telling. November 11th.
He wants permission to speak. Hey, Britain, why are you in a lake?
He led an army
El
from
Alamein.
Alexandria to Marathas. A public auction has been announced. It's not over yet. The 12th. The 17th
The
of
bidding
November,
just keeps
Japanese
going
troops
up.
sent aid to New Guinea. America is mad to lose.
Oh, man,
November
America
22nd,
is so mad to lose.
Battle of Stalingrad. So they're back in there again. German forces attack Stalingrad. The Soviet offense
okay.
seemed hopeless.
Another
Emperor
one?
Friedrich Ball, also known as Adolf Hitler, sometimes he's known
It's a
as that, was surrounded by the
pseudonym, is that what you call
German
that?
Sixth Army. The Soviet Union took protection of Karachi from Germany, west of Stalingrad. Well, what? 26th of November,
Karachi,
battle between American and Australian forces in Brisbane.
learning so much.
This is war.
It is.
That's it. Yes, it's war.
Oh, snap.
C News London.
All
We
right.
invite you to take out your weapons and return to enemy territory. That's the end of C News. January 16th. Iraq
C
has
News.
declared war on migrants detained for 2 days in Berlin. January,
Okay.
question 28th. My favorite day of the month. Germany's new driving law. Is this a time for a new driving law? Okay, you've just
is
lost
it? What's-
the
I
battle
wanna
of
know the law.
Stalingrad and now you're getting new driving laws.
No driving?
Saturday in February. Doesn't say which one. 2 days after the release of the American shoe quantity. February 18th, German
I mean, you gotta
propaganda
have
minister
shoes.
Faith Joseph Goebbels, he changed his name, declared war
Faith Joseph Goebbels. That was his actual name. It was his
on
name.
his allies in a speech at an organization in Berlin. He is a member of the anti-fascist youth group Rosa Branca.
Oh, so he's got like two characters. Faith is an anti-fascist, and then Goebbels is a fascist enjoyer. Okay.
I don't think he is.
There's a
Hello?
two Goebbels.
Why does it just say hello? Hello. March 20th, Mongolian forces enter Tunisia.
The Mongols
and
are
attack
back!
The governor. April 18th.
They were hiding in sub-Saharan Africa this whole time.
Kill them before they reach your base in Germany through Tunisia. It's the voices in my head. May 9th, Japan kills the wicked for 3 days.
Oh my god, see, that's literally what they said. I mean, it's not wrong there. That's how
Like
they described
witches and
it.
stuff. June 13th, the USA
Oh
is
god,
broken.
yeah, that's when it happened.
July 5th.
Is that when
Sign
America
the
was
oil
great?
deal with Greece. Just do it.
Before that?
Get it out of the way. July 12th.
Greeks need oil.
Japan won a
Olive oil.
great victory in the Colombian War.
Oh, okay. I
The
didn't
Battle
know
of
they helped with
Kursk is
that.
the largest naval battle in human history.
Oh.
The ancient temple.
At
September
an ancient
the 15th,
temple.
Chiang Kai-shek meets US Governor Steve Wells. He applied to become a member of the Communist Party.
Okay, Steve. Okay, I mean they FDR and Chiang Kai-shek they communicated a lot. They were allies that way. He was leader of the non-communists.
Did Chiang Kai-shek do that? Because I don't think he did. October 14th, 11 ambassadors and several soldiers were killed. The goal is to kill them all and get out of the door, but the blood started flowing and the neighbor fell asleep. November 20th, the coloring process begins. USS
What are they
Tarawa
coloring?
attacked the Gilbert Islands and was attacked by the Japanese. For Star Wars, December 12th.
Oh, I thought Star Wars was in the 80s. The actual like Reagan Star Wars, building stuff to intercept missiles from space, Ari Rommel, the first leader of the EU. Okay, EU wasn't created yet, but he was there.
Harry Rommel, the first leader of the EU. January 22nd, Great Britain attempts to break the position in southern Italy, and American General John B.
Patton.
Operations begins at Antioch, Italy.
Were they trying somehow to put Patton in there? They're also in Antioch, which is in Turkey. Okay.
Under the command of Luke. But I can't go to the beach.
Skywalker?
23rd of January, Publius Song was killed by Publius Zano, the destroyer of Britain.
Oh god. The
27th
Romans
of
are
January.
back.
After 8,372 days, which if you want to know is over 22 years, the siege of Leningrad ends.
That's probably
and
how
the
it felt,
Soviet
though.
Union withdraws from Germany.
Okay.
March
A bunch of things to everything was opposite of that. I think we're getting to the point where I don't have to point out why these are correct. I don't have to do that anymore, do I? What do we got? Tanks?
26th. Use gravity to destroy Soviet defenses against Stratkovic.
That's it. Just drop rocks.
April 4th. Lost
Like what the
ball
Ewoks
boss
did.
Charles collects it all. April 10th. Soviet troops enter Ukraine. I'm going to Odessa. Don't know where you guys are
I
going.
mean, Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
Hey, it was Ukrainian history. I've covered this multiple times. It's been, and in World War II, invaded. You had the Germans come in, and or like you had the Russians, and then the Germans, and the Russians again.
May 8th.
They're kind of like another version of Poland.
D-Day 5.6 special day. June 7th, England runs out of pork.
Oh no.
June 25th, the results
Over.
of the battle between Finnish and Soviet troops were surprising. The
Whoa, what?
greatest battle
Yeah?
in Scottish history.
Dude, the Finns.
July 3rd.
Dude, the Finns put up a fight. The Winter War, baby.
13th, Lithuanian Soviet forces attack Sanmir Lviv. Semi-finals, match 1, Brazil versus Italy.
Yeah, it kind of always was.
The 17th of July, Marshal Rommel died in a traffic accident in France. On the 20th of July,
Okay, no, Patton did die though in an accident.
Rommel was captured. So I don't know what happened there. August 8th, show Hitler Blast. It's his Pokemon move. The body as released and spit out. Divorce will not be declared for the benefit of the family.
Good. Stay
August
together
19th,
for the kids.
the French Revolution begins in Paris.
Oh, thought it was in 1789, not 1780. I missed this one. I mean, there were multiple French revolutions. You guys know that. Just the first one, right? 1789 was the one that people forget about. They did use guillotines. Fun fact: the last capital punishment or execution in France was, I think, in the 70s, and it was actually done by the guillotine, by I believe choice of the criminal.
The meeting is attended by Julia Ruth, the Prime Minister of Estonia. He summoned the
Everyone knows
Estonian
a
army to
Julia
destroy
Ruth.
the Soviet Empire.
Oh,
Peace in Germany.
He's back.
September 6th.
I haven't seen him in a few years.
Option to have the new black loads and bullet. Anybody want some new black loads? And then this, thebearertoday.com.
Oh, what a website!
This is like Somaliland.
This is like
September
1996
30th,
website.
return to Canada. Hitler decided to open the
Didn't
door.
Canada run into
That's all
Scotland?
that happened. British troops arrive in Athens when Field Marshal Rommel suspects terrorism. He took care of his family and had a big funeral. How's he doing all this
I
after he
think
died?
some of
by
this
the
might
way?
be inaccurate.
November 8th, V2 bombings of the UK continue.
Oh.
After several Nubian rescue missions, the German battleship
went to
Tirpitz
Egypt?
lands in Tromsby. What's a Nubian rescue mission?
You rescue
26th of
south of the
November,
Nile.
war begins in Italy, even in the rain.
Oh God, they did it in the rain. You're supposed to stop when it's the rain. I mean, the Americans are whooping up from the south there with Patton. So
Like before, it was like, if it's raining, let's call it off. December 24th, American troops arrive in the Ardennes. The Belgian ship
forest.
Leopold goes to the French coast. More than 800 people die, most of them American veterans. I killed a man.
well, of course. I mean, King Leopold, he was ruthless,
So
ruthless Belgian monarch. I killed
Why
him.
is this Wikipedia had like an admission of guilt? Is she get like leaving like comments like hello, and I killed a man. I killed a man in the Ardennes. Never forget.
Oh, final
January
year.
11th. First dinner on the Lido Road. On the Whitehall Road connecting
good
India and
restaurants
China
there.
in northern Myanmar. It's the first ever dinner. On April 14th, British forces captured the Lower Triangle in the Operation Black Cock. The country is known for its low-cost economy. What is Operation Black Cock? It's a real thing. It's a real thing. I can't believe it. I didn't know about this. January
Today I
20th,
learned.
the Red Army enters the East. As the Germans continue to withdraw, Franklin Roosevelt became the 4th president of the United States and Harry Truman the 2nd.
Won his 4th term. Harry Truman. I mean, I guess. Yeah, I mean, he's getting in there, but that's what they. Honest mistake there. January 1945. All right, Truman was not president yet. That's not going to happen until April, because that is when FDR hits the bucket. So, but they've been off a lot more. This is probably one of the closer translations they've had.
I don't know how that works. 29th of March, the Red Army enters Austria Confederate troops remain in
Oh!
Frankfurt. Germans go to high school.
The Confederates are helping the Nazis.
Confederate troops remain in Frankfurt. Germans go to high school. The 31st of March,
Aw.
Emperor Eisenhower surrenders to Germany. They were just about to win. They were like,
No, he
can't be
did
bothered
not.
anymore. I'm leaving.
However, something interesting to read if you never have is Eisenhower's prepared speech for if D-Day failed. You ever heard of that? He had prepared a press release or whatever for it being successful and it being unsuccessful. It's really interesting to read. I like to share it with my students because he, like many people, were not sure that D-Day would be successful. A lot of doubts. Nothing of this like this had ever been done before, as far as an amphibious invasion of a fairly well prepared enemy. Yeah, we know that the Germans kind of screwed the pooch, and Hitler specifically on that. But anyway,
April 20th, 1945, Hitler's 56th birthday in Berlin.
Okay, he died in April, so many months before that.
Hate,
I guess
worthlessness.
He was born in
21st
April
of
too, though. and
April,
died.
Hitler orders SS leader Felix Steiner to attack and destroy the Russian army. Steiner's army is not without command, no class, no talent. Hermann Goering.
We all know the downfall clip, right? Steiner has all the guys leave, and then he does his freak out. Great scene.
Goring goes to Teutoburg and calls himself.
You got his name right.
The 25th of April, White Day. Happy White Day, everyone.
White Day was every day in Germany.
27th of April, the German national team will face Finland and Norway in the final.
No.
The 29th of
Paused
April,
all that
when
stuff,
the title was awarded, he left Germany, married Eva Braun, and moved to Belgium. That's what really happened to Hitler. He's in Belgium.
Oh, I did that video. Remember the video we covered? It was that oversimplified, inspired one recently of Hitler in Argentina. It's going to connect, and then he'll go to Belgium. I mean, he does marry Eva Braun day before or whatever he dies. Then he gets to Belgium, and then he's going to bail. He's going to go, jump ship. Although I think most of the Nazis went through Spain, if I remember right.
Day 30th, the witch's name and castle disappeared. The last words he wrote before he died. Joseph Goebbels is said to be the boss of the rich. May 4th, Karl Donitz orders all of his ships to stop sailing into Mongolia. We need to stop, especially since it's landlocked. We can't get.
And we know the Mongolian Navy struggles on water. I mean, you saw they tried to invade Japan twice and couldn't handle it.
Anyway, 21st of May, SS leader Heinrich Himmler joins the army. You're a bit late.
Yeah, you're a bit late because the war was already over.
Anglo-Soviet forces while attempting
over in
to
the first week of May.
Freedom Rock. On the 24th of the Potsdam Conference, Truman gave the USA nuclear weapons.
Yeah, he had Potsdam at that time, and the bomb was ready to go. And
American soldiers shot them.
Then
is that a good idea?
They shot the bomb.
Should you be doing this? August 15th, Emperor Hirohito announces the surrender of Japan. And then the next day, Emperor Hirohito orders the Japanese soldiers to open fire.
It was fake.
12th of September. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe sat down Japanese domain.
Back in time again.
I was more than a willing participant.
Oh, we got Nuremberg trials.
I was indispensable.
This is what happened to the people in the Nuremberg trials. Donetsk started in 1956. Francisco,
he was dead. Or
film,
sorry, that was
death. Punk,
I was thinking of
released
Goering.
in 1957. Goring, he's dead. Hayes, 1987, Lessons in Life and Death. Yodel, Mountains.
Like Punk began in
Kate
1957.
Brenner, Hell, Fire, Death. Nerf, founded in 1944. Radar, an introduction.
So you guys know the actual last year of the war was actually fought with Nerf guns.
To the 1950s. Ribbentrop, to hell with it. Rosenberg, he's dead. Jekyll, he's dead. The Meeting. Sabu, dead.
You got to hear my final thoughts. Okay, that was hilarious. That was so funny, the stuff, because it's like it wasn't just like I was saying earlier, if you've taken a foreign language class, you know about this, and you'll use Google Translate and stuff, and there's a lot of miscommunication because of simple things like grammatical structure, putting the adjective or after the noun or something like that, or putting verbs at the end, you know what I mean? But that is not what was going on in these translations, wherever these came from. These were just flat out I don't know, swaps of words that made no sense, that were incorrect, and not just grammatically, but like in actual meaning. But it did make it very, very funny, just because of how like wrong it was as far as any kind of accuracy. All the names and times and dates were all wrong there. And again, it was like a million different wars that were actually going on there. So anyway, I could see why y'all were recommending recommending, you know, this to me. If you know my style, I do love the lighthearted stuff like this when it comes to history, and hopefully I was able to insert some actual history in there, but it felt like there were so many jokes. This thing went so fast, it's hard to like stop on all of them. So anyway, great recommendation from y'all. Thanks again. And again, the best place to get recommendations for me is on Discord, just because there's a video suggestions channel there, and then it gets all, you know, I can see them all there. And if you do see one that has already been posted, you know what I mean? Like you see a video that maybe you would like to see, but you already saw it posted there, star it or make a comment that says, yes, watch this. You know what I mean? If I can see, you know, because so many videos are sent to me, like I don't know if they're going to be good or not. You know what I mean? And if you go in there and highlight or retweet or message or whatever, a video, I'll know that a lot of people want to see. And that's very helpful for me to be able to do. And that's exactly what people had done here. And I can see why though. This was a lot of fun. I thought this is one of the more entertaining videos that I've watched in a long time, and funniest ones since probably the Philomena Kunk videos. I love those. So anyway, thanks a lot, you guys. Again, let's really push. This is a newer YouTuber. It looks like this is his first kind of viral video. And let's make sure, first off, go to the original link. If you had not seen this before, please go to it, give it the view, the like, subscription, so we can pump up the algorithm for this guy. And you know, and obviously if you guys are doing that with this video, he's going to want to make more content like that. And that's how us as, you know, we as content creators know what to do, is we get that feedback, and the data doesn't lie. So let's do that. The link is down below. So do the thing. Okay, juice it up. All right, with that, we'll see you next time. Bye.